cold spell. If you've been here for a few days, you'll be aware of that. But this pelican comes in. The pelicans come in during a cold spell. They normally hang out at the ocean, at the Atlantic. Atlantic's only 50 miles that way. So we see them right here during a cold spell. Now that's a brown pelican. The brown pelican is the state bird of what state?
Florida.
No, not Florida. Yes, we have a winner, Louisiana.
Pelican Reef.
Pelican Reef, yeah, Grisham, yeah. Very good. My name's Alan. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
We don't need the air conditioner on, do we? Speaking of birds, there's the red crane. That's the state bird of Florida, the red crane.
The red crane.
What is that? What is the state bird of Florida?
Hummingbird.
Yes, no, it's the mockingbird.
Mocking.
You're close. Mockingbird.
I thought the mockingbird was something.
Yeah.
We do have hummingbirds, but yeah. Nice looking house. Little understatement there, but that is one of 600 lakeside homes. We're going to do a 3-lake tour, and we've got about 600 lakes, 600 homes spread among 6 lakes. So we have 3 lakes that way to the south, 3 lakes to the north, with about 600 lakeside homes. Average price $3 million for lakeside. Now that would be the median price, $3 million. This town has been underway since 1882. That's when it started, 1882. Our population is 29,000. Over the years, the city has created 3 art museums. They're permanent art museums. For a small town, we've done so extremely well with the arts. This is a museum of sculpture. It's called the Pulaski Museum and Sculpture Gardens. You can see some of the work there to your right. 20th century sculptor, the late Alvin Pulaski. 3-acre museum, admission's $10. There's about 100 works to enjoy. It's become very popular for weddings. It's become a very popular site for weddings.
Got a beach.
So the name of this lake is Lake Osceola. It's the middle one. It's the geographic middle of the city. The water temperature is 62.
Whoa.
Yeah, holy moly, 62. 1935, 20th century homes. We're knocking down 20th century homes now. Only have 3 left from the 19th.
Ooh, we should look at these condos. Look at these. Pretty as that.
We have 6 lakes and they're connected by man-made canals.
Ooh.
This is a man-made canal, 1890. It can hold 6 feet of water. It was originally a creek, a shallow brook. How about that? Right now there's 5 feet. In the rainy season, 6 feet. We're 95 feet above sea level. Tropical city, 95 feet above sea level. Everybody stand up, introduce yourselves. Tell me where you're from. All right, you ready? Duck, duck. Duck, duck, duck. 1961 condominiums on the right. These are smaller units here. The big units are lakeside. Big units are 3 bedrooms, 2 baths.
Yeah, boathouse. Jeez. How cool is
So
that?
we're tropical. We have no swamps, but we're tropical. This is bamboo here on your left. Bananas. Richard. Nice to see you.
Those are props.
Oh,
Yeah, those are robotic people.
animatronic.
Animatronic.
Pardon?
Animatronic.
Yeah, animatronics. It's really a dummy over there. This is Lake Virginia. It is a 300-acre natural spring-fed lake. There's two more. Lake Sioux, way over toward the buildings. Lake Sioux. The south end of Winter Park. Beautiful part of town. The whole town's pretty. Lake, it really is very special. I want to show you a house that's bucking the long trend of Mediterraneans. This modern contemporary home is just about completed, the white one. This was designed by a 5-year-old. You know what I mean? It's a box with glass.
Oh, wow, look at that.
It's a very expensive box with glass.
Huh.
The glass is Category 4 windproof, hurricane-proof windows.
Wow.
That's the Winter Park code. If you build a house, it has to be 150 mile an hour windproof glass. That glass is terribly expensive. It was made in Germany, all the way from Germany. It's extremely strong. There to the left is a little canal. Leads to a 100-acre lake back there. This is Winter Park's third largest private home, 17,000 square feet. It's an amazing building. The original building in the middle with the skinny windows. That's the original 1921 building. The only thing left is the facade. In order to keep the Historical Society happy, they were unhappy they were going to tear down a 1921 home. So the owners made a deal. He said, look, I'll keep the facade of the 1921 original, and the rest will be modern. That home has 12 bedrooms, 12 bathrooms, an indoor parking garage for 18 cars. Yeah, there's an elevator that stacks the cars up. If you look to the dock, you see a big bird, a gray bird. That's a great blue heron. See on the point of the dock, that's a great blue heron. Now the neighbors are doing okay. Not quite 12 bedrooms, but they're doing okay. What'd you say? There. Love this house. This is one of the many Mediterraneans in Winter Park. This is the tan house. The first two homes are owned by business people. They own companies, they own factories. They're just wealthy business people. This guy's a doctor. I got to tell you something. This guy is an extremely smart doctor. He married a wealthy woman. It doesn't get any smarter than that. This house was built for the founder of Home Depot.
Oh, wow.
He never moved here. He split up with his wife before the building was complete. The story is that she didn't like the house and she kept bad-mouthing it while it was under construction. They had a big fight over it. They wound up splitting up. And the irony of irony, she got the house in the divorce. Never set foot in the place. Put a for sale sign on the lawn. It sat there for 4 years, empty.
Wow.
Finally sold for $10 million. Yeah, a company, a family from Pittsburgh area bought it. Guess there's some wealth in Pittsburgh, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Steel company.
Steel, yeah. This is a 1938 classic Winter Park Mediterranean. This is an 82-year-old, started out as a private house in 1938. In those years, people lived here only in the winter. Today, the house is a guest house for Rollins College, which is our next stop. Before it was a guest house, it was Rollins President's house. Now, they have a new modern one. I'll show you that in a wee bit. So the former president's house is now a guest house. This is the last habitat for alligators This was the last habitat for alligators. Don't see gators anymore. Well, that's not completely true, but we see very few, put it that way. Very few. I don't want to scare everybody. But if you fall in the lake, swim fast.
Try to get back.
Yeah. So this is private, 42 acres of forest, not open to the public. In 1950, this was the Morse family property, M-O-R-S-A. They still own it. And in 1950, they turned peacocks loose here. And we still have the descendants from the original peacocks, probably only about 20 now. Unfortunately, we have a new creature, coyotes. Coyotes have moved in here about 8 months ago, and at some point the city is going to have to hire somebody to take them out. This land of 42 acres is surrounded by multi-million-dollar homes, and people are missing their dogs and their cats. Yeah, and we know why. Yeah.
Nope, good. As long as it stays dry, I'm good.
Tell you to bring your jacket.
Here we go. Another pelican. Here, look. I'm going to try to sneak up on this pelican. Let's see how close we can get. He spotted me. They got a face that would stop a clock, right?
Like a pterodactyl kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They are kind of cute, though. Look at that. Now, here's the problem with these. When these guys come over here, the fish are either too small or too big for them. You know, we've got some pretty big bass in these lakes. And I think these guys, well, they'll eat anything, any size, I guess. Anyway, Rollins College, right in front of us, 1885, beautiful campus. It's open to the public. You're welcome to enjoy an afternoon's walk. The centerpiece is the 1931 chapel. It was designed by a very famous architect. His name was, I can't remember. That wasn't his name, but let me think about this. It's been so long I've talked about it, I can't remember. Anyway, let's just leave it at he was a famous architect. Ralph Adams Cran, that's it. Ralph Adams, C-R-A-N, Cran, 1931. Cran designed St. John the Divine in New York City, one of America's biggest churches. So anyway, 1931. You're looking at Rollins College. This is the first private university in the state, 1885.
Wow.
1885. Today, 900 kids are on campus, 900 undergraduates. Normally, there'd be 1,800. But with the pandemic, the seniors are finishing up online. The 900 students now are freshmen and sophomores and juniors. And some kids just said, we're going to take a year off. So that's the background. Normally 1,800, today 900. This is more expensive than Harvard. It costs $71,000 a year to go to Rollins.
But if you go at night, it's that price.
If you go at night and you live at home, you can save money and do it. Yeah, absolutely. It's still pricey.
Yeah.
The good news is 80% are on scholarship. 80% receive financial aid. The 1885 campus is up to $600 million endowment right now. That's incredible for a small private college. Pre-med, pre-law, pre-engineering, computer science, environmental studies, all the arts, all the sciences, the theater, all the humanities, and of course international business. International business, very popular. A lot of these kids are bilingual, they're multilingual, so they gravitate toward international business, use their language skills. Boom. Now I heard that. Oh look, he took away. I bet he took the fish away from the other bird. Yeah. Now I heard what they do when they dive like that. They don't grab the fish. They stun the fish, and the fish is in shock, and then that's how they do it.
Then they grab it.
Yeah. Last year, a young man graduated from New Jersey, Bernardsville, New Jersey, and he was not on scholarship, so his family had to pay $71,000 a year. But it was no big deal. His stepfather is Paul McCartney.
Oh.
So Paul McCartney was on campus the previous 4 years. We'd see him from time to time during one of his visits to his stepson. Last year he met with the kids at the chapel, and you can see it on YouTube. Go to Rollins McCartney and you'll see a very nice meeting with McCartney and the students at the chapel. Yeah. This is our public swim area. It's called the Dinky Dock. The Dinky Dock. Water temperature 62 today. Ooh. Yeah. Now this is housing for the upperclassmen. They have a sun deck and they have a pool. The pool's surrounded by the palm trees. Now the pool's heated. The pool is heated. We don't want the little darlings to get a chill, so $71,000 a year, you're going to get a warm pool. Later on, I'll talk about some famous Rollins grads. It won't take long. This little boy always says hi. There he is. See how he does? Thank you. Hi. This family just moved from California. The guy told me he's so sick of California. He bought that house sight unseen. He said, just get me out of California.
Jeez.
He's saying happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Key West architecture in the corner. Key West.
Oh, pretty.
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. Keep the chair warm for me, Richard.
This is so pretty.
Isn't it really?
Bamboo.
Wow.
Bamboo. Tropical city bamboo.
This is what I want in our backyard.
Okay,
Yeah.
watch your low bridge, folks.
Okay.
This is a wooden bridge right here. We had a Hurricane Irma 3 years ago. That's the watermark.
Oh, wow.
2017 Irma.
How'd you get under
Could not
these?
get under the bridge for
Wow.
1 week.
Wow.
No.
That looks awful.
It was very low.
Yeah.
The tree to our left is older than America.
Wow.
That's a live oak. It's over 300 years old.
Survived the hurricane.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of hurricanes. Okay, straight up. Got your cameras.
Yeah.
There's an owl right here, straight up.
Where? Oh, an owl. Right there.
There you see him?
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
There he is.
You got him.
He's looking right at you.
Not wearing a diaper.
That was cool. He was looking right at you.
Excuse me.
He likes the tinsel in my hair.
Yeah.
Look at the poinsettia. Isn't that pretty?
Oh, yeah.
This is a $100,000 toy right there.
Ooh.
Ski Nautique, 100 grand.
Shoot.
That's the Rolls Royce of water ski boats. The house up in the hill here, that's what we call a hill. That house was built in 1898. 1898. It's one of three from the 19th century. Only three left. 1898, the Brewer.
No.
It had a ballroom. 1898.
Jeez.
Aw.
That's a $2 million lawn. There was a house there. The neighbor on the right there wanted a better view of the lake. Bought the neighbor's house. $2 million. Tore it down.
Jeez.
You're
Wow.
looking at a $2 million lawn. I don't think he liked the neighbor anyway. The house to our right is 70 years old. 70. Beautifully designed. Every room in that location, every room in the house has a view of the lake. It was designed to enable every room with a lake view. The sand in the front there is from the bottom of the lake. There are 6 of these lakes. They're all joined together. In the early history, people drank directly from the lakes. The lakes were crystal clear, 40 feet deep, and safe to drink the water. Now, these are mallards. You see the mallards on the sand there? They're seasonal mallards. The roof is stone. That white roof is limestone.
Wow.
It's a 100-year roof made of limestone. No. Unless a hurricane knocks it down. Yeah. straight ahead, we've got under construction. This is a 2-year project, by the way. Under construction is going to be one of the biggest homes in America, 45,000 square feet, a $42 million private home with a 14,000 square foot basement. They've poured a tremendous amount of concrete. They've already completed the basement. The 2 stories above ground will be glass and steel. It's going to look very much like a modern art museum. Fortunately, we'll be able to see a great deal because they're going to have some terribly interesting sculpture on the grounds, on the outside. There's a life-size elephant. It looks just like an elephant. I've seen it in the real one. And there's going to be a $2 million Alexander Calder sculpture on the ground. So we're going to be treated, when this is done, it's a 2-year project, 45,000 square feet. 2 people. Yep. Yeah. Now, want something a little conservative? This one's available, $3.1 million. This is in this price range. This 1955 home. In this price range, the homes will be torn down. That house will be torn down. The land is worth more than the house. Yeah. That's what's going on in Winter Park. We're losing our 20th century homes now. Yeah. Only 3 left from the 19th. Now we're knocking down 20th century. This is the Venetian Canal. Very unique. We're going to move up to the north end of the city. Palmer Avenue. Palmer. 100-year-old, 100-year-old bridge. 100 years old. Company from York, Pennsylvania building.
Look at that. That looks like not too private, is it?
Not very. Oh, they got the tree up.
Yeah. 1930s boathouse. Canals were built by the logging industry, 1890 to 1935. 45 years of logging. Central Florida was a vast forest covered with cypress, oak, and pine.
Lots of boathouses.
Oh, I love that.
Nice pergola. Yep.
Look over
Oh,
there.
alligator. This street, Alabama's all lit up Christmas lights.
That's a pretty one to drive down.
Yeah, check it out. It's pretty.
Look at that. Look at that thing. Gazebo. That hasn't moved in years.
The old Alabama Hotel, are we gonna see that?
Yeah, the old Alabama, 1921 to 1979, 75-room hotel.
It's not open anymore.
It's private now. 13 condominiums in the building.
Oh, really?
New boathouse, replacing the old one. When it comes time to rebuild, it has to be the same footprint, cannot be enlarged.
Oh.
Yeah. The building to your left, one of the few left from the 1960s.
Yeah.
But it's tiny.
Another tear down, waiting to happen. The homes on the on the canal side are a little less than lakeside. They're around 2 million, 1.8 to 2 million. Now the lakesides are average around 3. They tend to be bigger.
For sale.
That's 1.6 on your left. The guy's asking 1.6
Oh, we can get them down to
for
one.
sale by owner.
Yeah.
One.
Wonder if he'll take a check.
You take off. Never knew this was all back there, huh?
Oh yeah. This is just. Look at all these boathouses.
Tonight's our boat parade, Christmas boat parade, annual. The first place prize for the best biggest, fanciest boat, $250 is the first prize.
Wow.
People spend $1,000 to win that first prize.
It's a badge of honor.
This is our North Lake. It's called Lake Maitland, M-A-I-T. This is 500 acres. The tree line in the left front is our neighbor, the city of Maitland. Public Park to our right. This is a sunrise to sunset open to the public. It's called Kraft Azalea Gardens.
My mother got married there.
Oh, no kidding.
In 73, I think.
That's amazing because I was just going to say they have weddings here,
Uh-huh.
and this lady's mom got married there. Yeah.
Oh look,
Isn't that
there's another
something?
one. There's a wedding going on right there.
Oh, there's a wedding happening right
Oh, yeah,
there.
there's one going on right there.
Wow.
Either that or just
They're setting up for it.
Look at that boat parade in the background.
could be a secret society to destroy America.
Oh, it's our duty to destroy them.
Well, whatever it is, it's unusual.
Yeah.
That's definitely.
Oh, he's marrying 2 women.
Oh. Lucky guy.
Wow. Double your pleasure.
Or
Or,
not.
or God help him. I bet that is, I bet they're making a movie there. That's probably Full Sail. And the kids, they do movies that they, creativity. Yeah. I call this the New Money Lake. You see obviously the new homes. This is the New Money Lake. Yeah. Osceola is the Old Money Lake. That some of those homes from the 19th century. The Old Money Lake. My wife and I live on the No Money Lake. We've got it's a sinkhole, but. This is the northeast corner of Winter Park. The town is 8 square miles. It's called the Vias. We're looking at Via Tuscany. There are 12 very upscale streets. Via Salerno, Via Capri, Via Contessa, Via Bonita, Via Bella, etc. A lot of history here. There's the old Alabama Hotel in the corner with the red roof above the tree level. That hotel was an elegant hotel from 1921 to 1979. It had no air conditioning. It operated from the 1st of October to the 1st of May. And the building was shut the 1st of May. And today there are 13 condominiums in the building. Very pricey condominiums that, of course, have air conditioning. 1960s in the corner, the White House has a ballroom. The left part of the house there is behind the white shutters is a ballroom. That family owned Tupperware in the corner there. This directly in front of us, 1925. Originally, it's been completely renovated. The boathouse, 1925, has today a bar, a dining room, and a kitchen. And there's the guest house in the left corner,
Wow.
facing a pool. Fabulous landscaping over there. This house is even older, 1919, up in the hill there. Of course, all the homes today are occupied year-round. No longer a seasonal town. This is brand new. Family moved in here 3 weeks ago. That's a 9,000 square foot house. 200 feet of glass.
Look at that. All
On the other
glass.
side of the glass is a pool. That's the master bedroom suite in the left corner.
Jeez. See right
One of
into
these
it.
nights they're going to forget to close the curtains.
Yeah.
And there'll be a book.
You want to see it, don't you?
No, I don't think I haven't let the couple, so I won't pass judgment. You local? Where? Whoa.
I was only 10. I swore when I turned 18 I was moving back. And I was like, aren't you making permission? On my 18th birthday, I said, nope.
No, oh no, got ya. Okay, we have a new building here, brand new. That's a two bedroom, two bath guest house for this family.
Oh, wow.
You see how the windows match up.
Jeez.
Until a year ago, this family had no room for guests. I know, it sounds bizarre, but it's true. That's a one bedroom house. You see the difference in the roof line? From the middle to the right is the 2-story master bedroom suite.
Jeez.
From the middle, that was added 25 years ago to the original 1920 house. The the original one, from the middle to the left, living room, dining room, kitchen, and one bedroom.
Wow.
Now it's a library.
One bedroom.
Tom Hanks, the movie guy, rented this place for 4 months in 1998. This was his headquarters for From the Earth to the Moon, 1998 HBO miniseries about Apollo 11. He paid $750 a day for 4 months. Chump change for Hanks. This guy owns a number of homes, and he just moved to his other home and turned it over to Hanks. Yeah. Interesting, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a private bridge over there. It's not a city bridge. The building here, the gray and white, is one of 11 homes on a private island.
Wow.
Called the Isle of Sicily.
Huh, didn't know they had a private
I
island.
didn't either.
Yeah, Isle of Sicily.
Take it they're Italian.
Huh?
I take it they're Italian.
Well, they picked that up because of the canals. They wanted to, you know, yeah.
Gotcha.
Now those birds over there are from Michigan. They are. They're cormorants,
Oh.
and they visit from Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota.
Mhm.
They arrive early November, and they're here till mid-April. This is just a few. There's probably a couple hundred of them out fishing. They eat a lot of fish.
Do they stop the lakes with fish?
No, they just eat them up. Yeah, there's a lot of fish. Got 20 miles of water. Straight ahead is Winter Park's first $10 million homes. $10 million, surrounded by the trees. It's 22 years old. It was built 21,000 square feet. It was built for a member of the Magic, a fellow by the name of Horace Grant. And big guy, 6'10", The house was designed to keep him comfortable, 6 feet, 10 inches tall. The people that own it today are a husband and wife, and they're from Asia somewhere. And they can't be more than 5 feet, 2 inches tall. They bought a house for a giant, and believe me, I've been in the house. They can't reach a thing. They got to get up on a ladder to,
Step stools
you know,
everywhere.
yeah. 1935, the White House, 1935. That was the winter home president of the Chevrolet car company, another Michigander. Yeah. Rollins College Boathouse. It's the
Bradley.
1975. This is the training center for their rowing, ladies and men's crew. Yeah, 13 sports, including rowing. Winter Park is one of the very few cities in the country with many presidential visits, many for a small town. There's a whole page full of presidents, starting with number 21, 1883. The town was 1 year old, and the president came down for a visit from Washington on train. Came down on a train. Number 21, take a guess. Anybody? Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt was 26.
Coolidge.
Coolidge was 30.
Oh.
Calvin Coolidge was 30, yeah.
21 would be,
First name is Chester.
oh, Chester.
Chester Allen Arthur.
Arthur.
Yeah. Never trust a guy with 3 first names. Chester Allen Arthur. 1960s home, not many left.
Not many more.
Yeah. That would be considered, a fairly large home, 1960.
Looks like the boat's been there since 1960.
Yeah, the boat moved.
Looks like the boat's been
We've actually had to pull it out of the water. It sank one day. We all
Oh.
came down and helped them get it out of the water. You should just get rid of it. Yeah, president number 21 was Chester Allen Arthur, first of many presidents.
Another one who's been sitting there forever.
Wonder why they don't
How
do
pretty
it.
this one is all lit up. Yep, their boat looks like it's been sitting here for. Look at that.
Another old boat.
Another one that's.
That one, they use that one quite often, yeah.
Wow. They don't clean it very often.
No, they don't clean it very often, right? It's the kids that they don't. Almost lost my.
This water is so clear. It's so.
Yeah. It's when the water's cold, 62 degrees, it gets a little clearer.
Yeah.
Now, some famous Rollins grads. We'll start with Buddy Ebsen.
Ah.
In the world of television and movies, Buddy Ebsen,
Comedian.
class of 1931. Actually, class of 1930, Buddy Ebsen. Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
Look at
One of
that
his
house.
most famous.
Jeez.
Fred Rogers, class of 1951. Tony Perkins,
This is Palmer, right?
Mrs. Palmer. Anthony Perkins, Tony Perkins,
Yeah, Christmas lights.
Movies
on the bridge.
Theater, class of 61. Famous for the iconic movie Psycho.
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 From the world of business and military, Richard Spencer, class of 1976, Secretary of the Navy.
Ah,
Big job. He was
very good.
Trump's first Secretary of the Navy.
Ah, what's that?
The canal was rebuilt in 1999. The walls are steel. You can see the corrugated
Yeah.
steel go down in the ground, 14 feet.
How much did that cost?
Oh, that cost $500,000, that one canal.
Wow.
Yeah.
100?
No, it cost 100,000.
100,000.
We're missing a few zeros, yeah.
That's still a chunk of change.
Now, this became the state of Florida, this panorama, in the year 1845. We're state number 27. Joined the Union 1845. President number 10 signed Florida into statehood. Number 10, Tippecanoe and
Something
Tyler
too.
2. Tippecanoe and Tyler 2. John Tyler, president number 10, 1845. Well, that was Fred Rogers' house, the red brick. You see that? It looks like a home, that Fred Rogers. Yep, yep. Yep, he grew up in Pittsburgh and very much a northern home. Yep, Mom and Dad bought it. They were very wealthy people. They owned a steel mill in the town of Latrobe, Pennsylvania. When he transferred, Fred Rogers, from Dartmouth College to Rollins in 1948, he brought his piano with him. And the piano was not allowed in the dorm, so he got his own dorm. The family owned the steel mill, very wealthy, became U.S. Steel. One of his high school mates was Arnold Palmer,
Oh, wow.
famous Orlando golfer, lived in Orlando actually most of his life. Guy got a new boat. Looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Yeah. Looks like an old Chris Craft. Very nice. Yeah. That's a wood roof, cypress wood. That's their guest house in the corner. Over to our right is the city's largest private home. The Eggshell, get a better view here. 15 million. It's our first $15 million private home. Big white one. 2 people, can you imagine? Yeah. There you go, 15 million in the corner. The gray and white A-frame has underground parking.
Wow.
In the middle of the house, under the living room, is an area for 3 cars. And they're delivered there by a one-car elevator in the one-car garage.
Wow.
Drive in off the street, push a button, takes you under the house.
Jeez.
Car never gets hot.
No, that's right. Oh. This big white went up in the hill, brand new. They knocked the old house down that looked about the same size, tore it down, and the guy that owns that house today was on the professional tennis tour, and he made a ton of money. He was rich to begin with, but he made a ton of money as a doubles player, not famous for singles, but doubles. His partner was Tommy Haas, the German, who was #1 in the world at one time. Recently, Tommy Haas was visiting, got a chance to meet him. That's my house. My wife wanted Lakeside, and that's all I could come up with. She can fish out the window. Hi, honey. Now there's a water pump in there for the lawn. If you own lakeside property, you're allowed to take water from the lakes, any lake, for your lawn. And so there's a big water pump in there. See, all this lawn needs a lot of water. That was the, that property is still owned by the Morse family, M-O-R-S-A. They bought that property in 1888.
Wow.
It's managed by their family trust fund. I don't know where they live. They don't live in Winter Park, the family, but the trust fund, they own that and the 42 acres on Virginia
With the coyotes.
with the coyotes. 1961, during the Art Deco era. These are 3,700 square feet in the front. 1961, Winter Park's first condominiums. They were $1 million a piece in the front. The cloisters over here, 3,000 square feet. They were built in 1971.
They look fairly new, huh?
The third unit down is shuttered up. The family live in Germany, and they only live there in the winter. But now they're stuck because of the pandemic. Yeah. The boat tour in 1938. So, thank you all. Thank you very much. 82 years. Thank you.